Hey everybody, I'm TecToss, and welcome back to Let's Play Hearts of Iron. We play Italy, and still waiting on Yugoslavia to either become more of a threat to us, or on our own neutrality to go down. We could easily declare war on them by joining the Axis. Just here, join Germany. Join the Axis, and then we could declare war. The problem being, though, the biggest faction in the, or the biggest country, or strongest country, or rather the faction leader, will take over the war. And Germany has a direct border with Yugoslavia, so as soon as we declare war, the Germans will pour in their troops and help us, which is kind of nice. The problem with that is, though, they will keep all the land they occupy and when we end the war. So that is rather problematic for two reasons. One, it will pull units from the Polish front that the Germans need there to blitzkrieg Poland efficiently. Second, it will of course result in less land for us. So I hope we can wait it out long enough for us to be able to attack the Yugoslavians without joining the Axis yet. If we can't, it's fine. It's okay. We'll just have to try and get as much land as we can, though it's going to be hard to compete with Germany because Germany has fast moving and fast killing stuff like tanks, and very good ones at that, so it's going to be hard. Anyway, probably going to wait until they declare their war on Poland, though I have to assume there's ways to get into war with these Yugoslavian guys earlier. I just didn't find them. So yeah, if there's any suggestions on your part, feel free. Now, we could also... Turkey... Greece. We could also try and go for Greece first, because against those guys, we do stand... Whoops, let's increase the threat there. We already have a lot higher base threat, so we could actually, hopefully, be at war with them sooner. It's just I have to organize my troops in a way that will be efficient for the invasion of either one of these countries. Anyway, let's get some, well, first technology, because I do need a little more what we're gonna skip on. I guess a couple officers we can get rid of. How many are we making? 6? 7 seems okay. Just want to have espionage stay topped off, because we do need that threat increased rather fast. Now, you didn't give me any feedback, just one request for me to organize my troops on screen, and that was basically it. So I guess I just follow that one request, and I assume it won't hurt anyways. I probably won't finish the entire organization this episode, but you'll probably get the idea. So let's first get to what's wrong with the Italian military as a whole, and we just... Whoop. There they are, the first faction invitation. And I'm just gonna decline that for now. They're gonna invite us time and time and time again, so don't you worry about that. Okay, so now let's get to the command structure of Italy. There's nothing wrong with their army, it's just the command structure is kinda... So, let's pick the southern army, for example. This one here. This one here. As you can already see, there's a lot of these army groups and HQs, and so the problem with that is you have to... We don't have many good leaders in Italy. That's a problem they suffer from. And leader bonuses apply... Well, I guess we've got to talk about leader bonuses first. So let's actually go there first. The smallest unit that you can have is like these divisions, and they have brigades, and brigades you can, I think, pack 5 into there. If you put a leader on that, their bonus is going to apply 100%. So you want to have leaders with good traits on these division level HQs. And or not HQs, just on these divisions. Also, they get combat efficiency 5% per level of the leader, so that's nice, but mostly you want to have good traits that will benefit the troops 100% of the trait. So if you get the 50% supply consumption reduction, that will directly apply. The next level is these cores, and the leader traits there only apply with a 50% efficiency. And they improve the reserve reinforced chance. So yeah, depending on what kind of strategy you use, if you're going for the vast manpower strategy, I guess you need a lot of reserves and a lot of reinforcement. So, but otherwise it's not that important. So your HQ leaders don't matter that much, though they give 50% of their bonuses towards the division. So you want to have, again, leaders with good traits. Now, the most important one is the army group, and they give 1% of organization per leader level. So what you want to have here is leaders with a high level. And then we go up, we get supply. Oh no, that's not the army group, that's the army. Then we go one level up, that's the army group. The leaders there give supply consumption minus 5%, which is also nice. And then the theater level, I don't know what they do actually. If you're curious, just ask me in the comments, I'll look it up for you, but I'm not really that familiar. I just know that they should be high level, but... So you want to have your highest levels in the army group and the army, because organization and supply consumptions are crucial for your troops' success. And if you don't have many good leaders, what's wrong with this picture? We have too many HQs. Italy is just... We already reduced it a little bit, but Italy just does stuff like this. They have a division with just 2 troops, and then they put it on an HQ, which... This thing... A division can hold 4 or 5 units, depending on how much combat width they have. A corps can have 5 divisions. An army can have 5 corps. An army group can have 5 armies, and so on. So you could organize all that a lot more efficient and have a lot less HQs. So that's the basic what you want to get done when you organize your military. You want to have... depending on the front that you're attacking, you want to have, at least your army groups should command as many HQs as possible, right? Because their, again, not supply consumption, their organization level is gonna, their leader level is gonna affect the organization of your divisions. And you want to have good traits in your HQs, and you don't have that many good leaders, especially not as Italy. So reduce the amount of these HQs. That also makes it possible, once you actually have a command structure that you yourself set up, and that is a little more lean than this mess here. And I didn't even, like, there's more stuff. Like if I just expand this crap here, look at that. More stuff, and here's more stuff, and more HQs, and more. It's just one HQ that directly commands divisions. No, never do that. You skip out on the division level leader bonus, on the corps level leader bonus, and just apply the army level leader bonus. And that, no. We don't want that. We want the full command structure, so we can have the full bonus of all the leaders that command. Whew, that's a lot of talking. Sorry for that, but it needs to be explained before we actually get into business, because otherwise you won't actually, like, see what makes sense and what not. So I could go on more about that. If you want that for a more tutorial-based video, you just make a request in the comments. Tell me what you're actually interested in, and I'll see, once I have enough suggestions, that I put them together and revive my tech talks and address these topics. So don't be shy. Just ask. Now, okay, so we want to reduce the size of this command structure, which, by the way, will also allow us, and that was the beginning of my sentence, to use the AI for combat. You can't use it with the hilarious command structure that we have here. But if you set it up like this, for example, you have your 3 divisions, and you have 1 HQ, and then you have an army group, and there's at the moment commands 2 HQs, we're gonna make that 3. So now all of a sudden, these things are have enough manpower that they can actually accomplish something. So you can just pick the army level and tell the army to capture Zagreb, for example. And it will have at its disposal a couple of HQs and a couple of divisions and can actually accomplish that. And you have a lot less micromanagement, while if you have these micro divisions, then you just gonna command and command and command, and you have to do... Whoops. Talky. You have to do most of it yourself. Anyway, while I was talking, I apparently finished a lot. Wow, okay. So now we have these battleships available. Nice. All right. Okay, so we got to we got 21 IC kicking around. Make that 30, because we actually will get these 11 freed up soon. Make that 40, because we'll get these industrial capacities freed up soon. So let's plan with around 40 additional production. And we do need some armored troops. Our own, we didn't invest any tech in that. So we're gonna go to our friends and buy a production license. Now, first we need to pick what we want to have. And of course, Germany. What else would you buy from Germany than tanks? They are, until today, German tanks are sold in all over the world. I don't know how that makes me feel, but it's a testimony towards their the good engineering, at least. Okay, so we have the armor, and it's going to cost us 12 IC. So we could do 4 in parallel, right? Don't want to pay. Let me make it so expensive. Frickin' Germans. Alright, have that. Bitches. Good, and then let's just hope they accept the deal. There we go. And that solves our production problem quite nicely. Yeah. Because we're gonna need armor sooner or later anyway. We're not gonna have any chance against the Russians without armor, so that is what we need. Now, let's, we do want a concentrated high power strike force that will be able to enter Yugoslavia right away. So what I want to do is keep these divisions kinda... Oh, by the way, I put some... Did I do that on screen? I forgot. Put the artillery in here. I think I did it on screen. I think so. Alright, so we don't have that many troops. We don't have that many troops. That means... How many reserves do we have? Like, not even a full... Alright, so this HQ here is utterly useless. They just command one division. Wow, one division. The more I get into organizing, the more my inner German comes out. I'm sorry, guys. It's just... it's gonna happen. We will win this war. No, I'm fine. Now, HQ useless because it only commands one division. So let's get rid of it. Let's detach you and just get rid of the HQ. There we go. Goodbye. So now we have a lone division. And this HQ only commands 2 divisions, so why don't you just take these guys under your wing? There we go. So now we have a more efficient command structure. I actually don't want to have these 4 stacks too much. We'll see how it goes. Now, we don't have many space... Jesus Christ. We don't have much space to attack from. So I will stack my troops a little bit. Move these guys down here, move the HQ here, and move this division here as well. Which will make it possible for these guys to pretty much do the same. Just compact you. You come here, you come here. And the army group is going to advance with all its HQs, so it's going to go to Umago, or rather... Yeah, I'm going to put it in Umago now for just... So it's more... Well, actually, it could just stay here for now. But eventually it's going to come here, just so it doesn't sit on top of these stacks, and it's a little easier to actually get a visual of the way it's organized. Good, so now we have 2 HQs under this army. So that means we need at least one more. And we got 2 groups here, 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. That means we can stack a couple here. Now the upper regions of Yugoslavia are mountains, so we could get a couple of these mountaineers. Alright, so these guys here just are in the way. Let's just... I don't know, it's a little bit neurotic, but I just hate it when these guys are sitting in my face, so I just need some space to organize. If you guys think it's crazy, well, that's fine. Now here's another example of what you don't want to do. Have one HQ command one division of 2 units. That is just no. Silly. So what we're gonna do is free these guys of their shackles, bring them here. Well, let's actually use the strategic redeployment. You just right click with a STRG. There we go. Okay. And then they just give you the option to pick strategic redeployment. Now these guys here are pretty much useless again, so just detach and disband them. Now what do we have here? Another HQ that commands another single division. Not very useful, is it? So, let's, where's that division? Let's get the HQ, find the division, get rid of the commander, select the HQ that now doesn't command anything, disband. So now we already disbanded like 3 or 4 HQs and freed up a couple of leaders. And we had a couple of infantry that we could reorganize. So let's bring them here, just so we have them all together and get a good grasp of how many units we actually have. Now this guy is directly under... Who do you actually command? Huh. Okay, so he has... There's an HQ that actually commands 3 divisions. Problem is though... it's actually okay. It's actually not too bad. Alright, so here we got an HQ that we could actually work with. And this guy here needs another infantry, so we are just gonna give it to him, like so. Get them together, so now at least we have 3 units in there. These Alpini guys, they probably want to... How many of these do we have? We have a couple here? No. We have some here? No. No. Ah, here we got another one of these. So we have a 2, 6, so we could get 2, 3 stacks out of that. Let's do that. DQ you guys, bring them here. Accept. I'll bring these guys here as well. Accept. And now we're gonna just move the HQ to Tolmezzo? How you call that? I don't know. So, oh, no, not cancel. Accept. Bring you guys here. These guys as well. And what's this third one? You. I'm actually gonna bring you here. Very good. And now, this HQ... No, not this. Not this. Not this. Where is it? Did I move the wrong one? No, I didn't. What the? Yeah, you're the wrong one. I didn't mean to move you. Go here. You is... I meant to move you. Why on earth? Go away. There we go. Alright, so now Let's actually speed it up just a little bit so we get these troop deployments done. Come on, guys, we don't got all day. Move it. There we go. Alright. Ah, and we got more IC freed up. That is nice. Let's just... Still gotta wait a little bit for these industrial capacities to finish, but it's fine. Okay, so now we got one division here. One here. And this HQ is now directly under this army group, but we want it to serve the second armata. So we could actually rename those guys. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go through the hassle of doing it. So let's detach, reattach, and bring him here. Alright, so now the 2A Armata has a lot more power to it suddenly. But let's first, we gotta bring together the mountain guys, like so. Oh, I can't yet. Why can't I do that? They need some time to... When can I... April 14th. Yeah, that's just now, guys. Come on. Okay, can I... Oh, there's another one of these guys. Alright. Bring it here. Let's bring the speed up just a little bit. Ah! Rare materials refining. Finally! Getting some stuff done here. We're fully working on the capitals. That's good. Let's work on some light cruisers as well. Because I soon want to start production of these guys. Working on the capital. For industry, these are 1940. Yeah, it's looking okay. Once the mechanical computing advances, we actually will use that guy to do some more industry tech. Alright. Looking fine so far. Okay. Where were we? Oh yeah, speeding up so we can actually... Ah, there we go. Okay, so let's just bring together some mountain climbers. There we go. Split them up again. And it's a little bit of a bother, but... There we go. Bring together these guys. Oh, why can't we do that? Come on. April 18th. Alright. Have it your way. Fine. 17, 18. There we go. Okay, what did I want to do? I wanted to bring these guys together. There we go. Alright, so now we got 2 stacks of... Do we have more of these mountain guys? No. 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 Damn. Gotta find some use for them. I guess one group of these guys can go... down here. Let's DQ. Actually bring them to Matera. Just bring all the troops that we don't immediately need there. Because we do need a strong invasion force over the sea as well. So we're just gonna accumulate some guys there. Alright. Looking good. Looking good. Okay. So now here we got a 3 stack. And here we want to have one group of these. We could actually just move them here. We'll have one group of these. Very good. So now we have a much better situation. This HQ, well, let's actually look at that in the overview. Stop distracting me with that. Where was I? Now we have a much better situation. Yeah, that doesn't make sense either. Just have one... Never have the divisions connected to an army level That just doesn't make sense. So we're just gonna detach them, accumulate the troops we quote-unquote don't need just yet in this region here, and we'll see what to do with them. And have the armored accumulated here. There's gonna be some cavalry in there, so I'm not sure, like, probably gonna disband them. But anyway, so let's look at the situation, because we're approaching the half-hour mark, and oh, damn. Sorry, guys. Whoop. I hope the game's running fine. I just got a pop-up from Steam, and it threw me back on my desktop. Yikes! I hope you didn't see that, or we'll see it in post-production anyway. All right. So now we have this army group, and it does command this entire front, and it now has 3 HQs. And this one army group commands 3, 6, 9 divisions. So if I put a level 4 leader here, or level 3 leader here, his bony, he's gonna just, if he's level 3, he's gonna increase the organization of all these troops by 3%. And these guys are gonna increase the supply throughput. So you see why it's important to have a, like, a ideally very lean command structure, and don't have many army groups, don't have many armies. Just try and get as many units as possible, and then put your good leaders there. Unless, of course, you have an abundance of strong leaders, or you have so much production that you can actually make use of more armies. But this here is much more efficient, and I'm going to continue a little bit off screen and continue working on this this army group. I want to fit in one more corps maybe, or bolster these corps with one additional what you want to call it, division each. But I think one more HQ is going to be more viable, just to be more flexible. So I think, like, don't know where to put them yet, because we don't need them for the invasion of Yugoslavia, but we do need more troops for the invasion of Russia and Romania and all that. So we'll see how it goes. All right, so that's that, and that's what I'm trying to accomplish basically. We're gonna leave the Swiss border undefended, because really those guys just will stay neutral. So we don't have to do much here. Just take a quick look around. Yeah, didn't change much. We should be able to declare war on Greece pretty soon though. And here it comes, the invitation towards the Axis, and yeah. We're gonna skip on that for a while, because like I explained, I don't want Germany in this war. They're gonna take so much land so fast with their freaking tanks. It's not gonna be funny. So we do want as much of Yugoslavia as possible. If possible, I just want to declare war on them on my own and take them before we actually join Germany. Okay, so now I'm actually not gonna upgrade any cavalry. So what I'm gonna do here is well, remove all the cavalry from my... Right, and just disband them. I don't have any use for those guys. I don't know why I kept them around so long. It's actually pretty stupid. Just disband those guys, get the manpower back. And here's more cavalry that we don't actually need. There you go. Disband those guys. I'm gonna keep around the motorized infantry, and these are gonna bolster up my armored division. So we're gonna maybe get 2 tanks in there, and or maybe 2 motorized, 1 tanks, 2 tanks, 1 motorized. We're gonna see. I think 1 tank, 2 motorized is good. And then we're also gonna need some tank destroyers, but we'll worry about that later. For now, I think I gave you a basic idea of what I want to achieve by reorganizing my military and how I go about it. It's just you have all the time in the world. You're gonna wait until the war anyway. So just have the game tick on speed 2 and try and get a top-down tree structure type organization going. So I have an army that commands lots of HQs, lots of corps, and the corps have them at least command like 3 divisions maybe. And don't have these divisions be only 2 units. Make use of the space. Righty, that's it. Now we're gonna do this for this front, we're gonna do it for the invasion front that will either go towards Greece or conquer victory points towards the sea by Yugoslavia. We're gonna do it for the force in Africa here, and oh shit, I forgot about Ethiopia completely. Huh, gonna end this war soon. And I'm gonna do some of that off screen, because as you can see it's painstaking, boring work sometimes, but got requested that I show some of it, so here you go. If you want to see more, obviously no problem, I'm just gonna have to do it anyway, so I'll do it on screen and I talk through it, explain my decisions and all. But keep in mind, I'm not yet an expert on the game myself. Also, keep in mind to have a wonderful day, and if you have comments, input, suggestions, use that comment box. Enjoy your day. Until next time, goodbye.